What's up, everyone, and welcome to Clear Talk. And in this video, we are going to be talking about the Tate brothers, Andrew Tate and Tristan Tate. And we're going to be talking about this investigative release from the New York Times. This investigative journalist, Megan Cohey, she has been doing amazing investigation on the Tate brothers, on their history, and the development of their companies and their business, and all the acts and stuff that they have been allegedly charged with or investigated on, from Britain to Romania. And I mean, it is just a brilliant investigation, in my opinion. And she also makes ties and shows how the Tate brothers have had connections to prominent Republican alt-right conservative figureheads, including in the Trump family itself. And the assistance that they have received from the Trump family and the potentially even the Trump administration in their release earlier this year from Romania back to the U.S. before eventually having to go back to Romania, and they have not returned. This is again, like I said, an amazing investigation that I want to present and show the just depthness of corruption from all the different things that Trump, criminals and stuff that he is constantly defending, pardoning, whether CEO heads or economic funding criminality, or actually sexual predators and stuff like it is amazing the amount of defense that he has given, even to in light of the Epstein files, and trying his best to hide those files and prevent those files from being released. It is just the ongoing criminality and corruption, fraud, and just evilness that the Trump family and other prominent figures in the Republican right defend and protect the worst of the worst in this world. So I think it's great, and we're going to check it out. I'm going to present it to you and show it to you because I think it needs to be seen. So thank you very much for joining me here. Welcome to Clear Talk. If you're new here, if you'd like to check out more videos from the channel, please do so. Consider subscribing, like, share, comment, all the good stuff to get more videos in front of more people. If you'd like to check out videos from other channels, you have JMDPLAY there, or Puzzling. If you like what you see there, consider subscribing to those as well. That would be amazing. Patreon there, if you want to give any kind of support, $3 a month, you can support any of the channels there. To help grow those channels, to help grow Patreon, help grow JMD Nation, and contribute however you would like. Any contribution and support you give is very much appreciated, and I thank you very, very much. And if you're returning, you are freaking amazing. You're amazing. Welcome back. Keep coming back because we love you here. All right, so I'm not going to hold up much here as far as talking to setting this up or anything. I'm just going to try to turn it over here, let her do the talking. It is, like I said, an amazing interview and or discussion about the investigation. And let's get started.
In February, after confinement in Romania, Andrew and Tristan Tate posted a video to their followers.
We're massively back, massively.
They were in a private plane being whisked to Florida. Since 2022, they had been under criminal investigation in Romania. They had both been accused of trafficking dozens of women into a porn business that they ran. Andrew had also been accused of raping one of those women and of having sex with a 15-year-old.
She even states in some interviews that she's had on CBS and MS Now, and a couple other places, that not only did he rape the 15-year-old, but he beat her as well, as if rape wasn't enough. I mean, but like but still, she goes even into more depthness in this video than she does in some of those interviews. So that's the reason why I picked this, because it's specifically the release of the investigation. But yeah, I just wanted to quickly state there that is as if that wasn't bad enough. He also beat the 15-year-old at so.
Prosecutors in Romania had prohibited them from leaving the country.
Feel that? It's the feeling of leaving Romania's soil.
This moment is the culmination of years of efforts by the Tates to cozy up to conservative influencers, members of the Trump family, and administration officials. My name's Megan Toohey. I'm an investigative reporter here at the New York Times. My colleague Isabella Quay and I have spent months interviewing dozens of people in Romania, the United States, and Britain. We have reviewed hours and hours of video clips, hundreds of pages of text messages and emails and court documents. And we're able to piece together how the American right helped the Tate brothers get out of Romania. Andrew Tate and his brother Tristan are major stars in the so-called manosphere.
Welcome to the party, gentlemen. He-Man Woman Haters Party. It's a man's party.
Andrew is a...
This man, he has made a living. He's made a living off of misogyny. Being the tough, strong Superman, commanding women around, controlling women, and teaching young men around America, how to quote unquote control and treat a woman and how they should be as men. I mean, this is disturbing. This is disturbing to levels like, talk about grooming, okay? The right wants to talk about grooming all the time. This is the absolute worst of grooming. Absolute worst of grooming.
Former professional kickboxer who built a huge online following, preaching unapologetic masculinity and chauvinism.
All of history was built by men, always has been.
If a woman is going out with a man, she belongs to that man. That's his woman.
He's told his audience that they were victims of feminism, that they've been maligned by the economy and brainwashed by the media.
You are now full slave mode, and that's all they want. So you will continue to work your shit job for shit money.
He and his brother have gained millions and millions of followers. They sell online courses to young men about how to make money and how to exploit women. That included this PhD program, short for Pimping Hose Degree. They share what they say
Pimping
they've
Hose
learned
Degree
in pushing their girlfriends into making online sexual content for paying customers.
It's not just about picking up girls, it's about converting them into really loving you enough to moving in with you and working for you and giving you all the money.
The brothers, who have both American and British citizenship, started this.
So these brothers were swooning, wooing, whatever, how you want, bringing in, befriending, being careful and caring and loving, bringing a woman in as a relationship to eventually grooming her into doing sexual acts and stuff on camera to promote on a porn business that they had developed, while then turning around and taking all the money. This is a part of them teaching, and they talk about this and teach this to young men on how to manipulate and control and take advantage of women. This is what they do. This is the Tate brothers.
Porn business over a decade ago in Britain. In 2015, Andrew was arrested 3 times after multiple women accused him of assault. And while prosecutors eventually declined to bring charges, the investigation prompted Andrew to leave Britain. Andrew said that he thought that they'd be better served in Romania.
It's a little bit lawless, you know? You can get away with shit you can't get away with in the West.
Eventually,
Get
the
away with
brothers
shit in
get
Romania
banned
that you
from
can't in the
several
West.
of the biggest social media platforms, only to find new homes on Rumble, a site that was backed by J.D. Vance's venture capital firm, and Getter, a right-wing site. And then things really explode. In December 2022, the brothers are arrested in Romania. They had been under criminal investigation for several months after a complaint that an American citizen had been held by them against her will. The brothers are charged with organizing a criminal group and trafficking 7 women into their porn business. And Andrew is also accused of raping one of those women. And later, prosecutors in Britain would bring charges of trafficking and rape against Andrew and Tristan. These additional charges that have been authorized will move forward once the Romanian case is complete. Through our reporting, we also found that the Tates have been quietly under investigation here in the United States by anti-trafficking agents and federal prosecutors. Andrew and Tristan Tate deny all allegations. While all of this is happening, they're building more and more powerful allies in the United States. In 2017, as Andrew tells it, he did a tweet in support of Donald Trump, and soon Andrew and Don Jr. had connected at Trump Tower.
The president's son, he made me a coffee. Like, he's a cool dude.
And this support and this relationship continues through 2023. When Andrew and his brother are placed under house arrest, Don Jr. sends out a tweet of support.
So it's from 17 to 2023. 2023 is after the allegations, not only from Britain, but also from Romania. They are under investigation. And just because they've been put under house arrest, Donald Trump Jr.'s comments, absolute insanity. He is in defense of these brothers. Okay.
By that point, the Tates had hired Joseph McBride, this attorney who had come to prominence representing Trump supporters accused of insurrection on January 6th. And McBride pitches his new client to conservative host Tucker Carlson, who travels to Romania and conducts a lengthy interview with Andrew in his mansion.
I mean, I was sympathetic to you already, but a man's accused of human trafficking. It's worth finding out what he's accused of.
The Tucker Carlson interview gets more than 112 million views. This is a key turning point.
This is Tucker Carlson going to Romania, doing an interview with a man accused of all of trafficking, human trafficking, sexual abuse, rape, violence. And he's sitting down in a cozy little interview with them. Afterwards, shaking his hand like he's just the coolest, down to earth. I completely understand you. Are you kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? Are you kidding me?
Soon, other high-profile conservatives are defending
Candace
the
Owen.
Tates.
When I see some of these videos and I see conservatives assigning like real meaning to you saying stuff that is just so obviously content for young boys.
Andrew Tate and his brother Tristan stand for the same things that I stand for.
Woo! Candace Owen, Roger Stone's defending the Tate brothers. Defending the Tate brothers. Okay.
These relationships are mutually beneficial. These conservatives are tapping into Tate's audience to expand their reach and connect with a demographic that is crucial to.
It's all about access. It's all about access and taking advantage of situations. That's what the alt-right is about. That's what the right is about, period. Exploiting and taking advantage of stuff. And they don't care. It's the selfishness of it all. Yeah, okay, he might be a bad guy, but you know what? I'll take advantage of that. I'll prop him up. I'll give him a nice little interview. I'll talk nice about him to get in with his crowd so that I can poach people and make my crowd and my visibility a bit broader. Because those type of people are my type of people, or I want them to be my type of people. Bro.
The president's re-election campaign.
Listening to him with Tucker for an hour and a half, 2 hours, I finally...
Charlie Kirk.
Okay, now I see why he's popular.
And by 2024, Barron Trump is also a fan. Barron hosts a dinner at Mar-a-Lago for several prominent conservative influencers. One of them was Justin Waller, who has helped the Tates run their businesses and says that he's widely seen as the third brother. Waller told me that Barron admired the Tates, and he said that he and Barron called Andrew together and discussed the Tates case.
Barron Trump admired the Tate brothers. You know, Melania has stated that Barron Trump was just like Donald. Just like Donald. Like, and when you look at Barron, the way he looks, the way he walks, the way his appearance is, the just sheer, like, this elitist, privileged, but yet creepy, like, manner. I mean, it is blatant that he is Trump. I've said this before. He is literal Trump 2.0. Like, he is going to be, if there's any of Trump's sons, children, whatever, going to take up the mantle of Donald Trump, it's going to be Barron. He is a carbon copy. You would even argue that he could wind up being an even more, I hate to say, a better version of Donald Trump. I mean, and I don't mean that in like a good way. Like, he will be a more, he could potentially become an even more impactful version. That's even a bad word. A more effective version. There we go. A more effective version of Trump. It's scary. But he admired the Tate brothers.
When we reached out for comment, McBride called our reporting on the relationship between Andrew and Barron fake news. So the Tates are building up a lot of support here in the United States. And after Trump is reelected, some of those supporters have even more power and influence than they did before. Paul Ingrassia, who had once served on the Tate's legal team, is now the White House liaison to the Justice Department. He had called Andrew Tate an extraordinary human being and a target of the deep state and the satanic elite. Alina Habba, who had served
more like
as
they are a part of the
lawyer
satanic
to
elite,
Trump, was now a counselor to the president. She appeared on a podcast with Andrew in January.
We need strong, powerful voices like yours, and yeah, I got your back over here.
And this
got his back. Strong, powerful voices, bro.
Man, Richard Grenell, a special diplomatic envoy for Trump, discussed the Tate's case with at least 2 Romanian officials. Our reporting found that one of those discussions took place last December at Mar-a-Lago with an advisor to the Romanian Prime Minister. Ponta told us that he had discussed the Tate's case with Grenell. He then backpedaled and said they had not discussed the case. The other discussion was with Romania's foreign minister at a conference in Munich in February. In a statement to the Times, Grenell said it was the foreign minister who raised the issue of the Tates. His statement did not address the Mar-a-Lago conversation. The public support from some of these allies set off alarm bells in Romania. Officials at the American embassy in Romania told us that they feared what would happen if their bosses in Washington instructed them to release new passports to the Tates in violation of the Romanian criminal justice system. It didn't come to that, but an extraordinary order came down from the highest levels of the Romanian government. On February 26th, Andrew sent a text message to someone close to him that we reviewed. He had been made aware that he was going to be released. He wrote, "I have very detailed instructions from the Americans about crossing borders, phones, passports, etc. I can't say more. This goes into instant effect." The next day, the Tates file a request that prosecutors lift their travel bans and return their passports. We spoke to sources who spoke to us on the condition of anonymity, who told us that the prosecutors did not want to do this. But the prime minister believed that lifting the travel bans would appease the Trump administration. He did not respond to requests for comment. In the early hours
Convenient.
of February 27th, the brothers were driven to a private plane.
No one has ever been more back than we just got.
At the time, we asked McBride, their lawyer, whether the Trump administration had anything to do with their release. And he didn't answer the question directly, but he said, quote, "Do the math. These guys are on the plane."
Okay.
Once they're back in the United
Do
States,
the math.
the Tates are filming themselves partying in Miami, looking at apartments in New York, hobnobbing with Kanye West in Los Angeles. But they weren't welcomed by all. There were some conservatives who spoke out against them upon their arrival. Some said that they undermined traditional conservative values. Other people likened the allegations against them to the crimes of Jeffrey Epstein. Through all of this, it's becoming...
But yet all those people still they support Donald Trump and the administration. They'll have their little things here and there, but they still ultimately support Donald Trump and his administration and defend him. It's amazing. It's amazing the amount of like this sort of forgiveness thing in the Republican Party, which really much goes in the essence of like the Christianity or, aspect of everything, like just accepting things, not questioning things, but also forgiving and also like there's an understanding of forgiving but not forgetting, and they ultimately not just forgive, but they also just forget. Like it's and not holding people to accountability.
Clear that there is a rift on the right. Trump says he knew nothing about it.
He knows nothing about it.
An official with the
He
White
never
House
knows
said
anything
is
about
not
it, but he's an
involved in
all-knowing. He
anything
knows
related to
everything.
the Tate's legal matters. In March, they returned to Romania for a court date and have not come back. Shortly after they left, one of Andrew's former girlfriends accused him of assaulting her when they reunited during his visit. She said that when they had sex, he had beaten her and choked her to near unconsciousness, which he denies.
I mean, this is what is incredible. It's incredible investigation. I'm sure there's even more details in the investigation that they release, in documents and stuff. It is just that alone is damning enough. These are just pungent, evil, maniacal, destructive human beings that preach and teach toxic masculinity, the actual literal toxic masculinity to prominent young men all across America, all across the world. They have a huge following. It is incredible to me that people like that can become hugely popular and can grow and become just massively wealthy and have access to all kinds of and get off scot-free on all kinds of different things or whatever, and get protected by the likes of people like Tucker Carlson or others in the prominent media sphere on the right, or lawyers and stuff on the right, protecting them in cases, or the likes of Trump and his family, defending and protecting them, giving them access to. I mean, it is like getting them pressure for freedom, even if it was just temporary. Like, it is incredible the amount that people like this get protected and assisted and helped by figures on the right. And that's not to say that this doesn't also happen on the left, because I'm sure it does. I'm pretty positive it does to some degree. But like, this is the right is infamous, though, for acting like this is non-existent. Like, this is not something that the right wing does. This is not something that the right, that people on the right attribute to. And it's like, hello, wake up. Some of the most prominent figures, probably the most prominent people on the right, are all corrupted and intertangled in the webs of pornography to pedophilia to, I mean, it is in all other kinds of criminal acts, corruption and fraud, and it's like, and to think, and those that are defending the likes of someone like Trump and the things that he's doing and all these actions and like. And pretending like he's some sort of savior for America, like he's some sort of savior for the right wing, or for ordinary people, for Christians. Like, come on, you've got to open up your eyes and realize the all the things that you attribute to oftentimes the left, or like Democrats, evil cabals and child, whatever, baby eating and all this other shit that you like claim is going on. Like, the true, real evilness is in someone like Trump and his family, and people around them, people that defend them, people that prop them up, people that are defending them and by their side. It is grotesque, even to the point of the Epstein files. All his claims that, he didn't, he wasn't friends with Epstein, and he wasn't this or that, or he didn't do this or that, or blah, blah, blah. But yet he's doing his administration was doing everything they could to try to hold and resist from those files being released, to the detriment that of breaking the MAGA right coalition, to the detriment of Marjorie Taylor Greene breaking from Trump in the fashion that she has. I mean, it is. And yet I continue to see people on my Facebooks and on, other friends and family, people constantly defending and protecting and holding up Trump and his administration. It's protection in a way. It's like, you are either completely fucking naive and oblivious, or you're cooperative. You are like, you think that all of this is okay. I can't. the amount of stuff that he continues over and over to get away with, and he continues to allow others to get away with. Like our previous video talking about Venezuela and the fact that it's not really about drugs, it's about oil. And even if the argument is that it's drugs, I mean, he literally released and pardoned one of the biggest drug traffickers in American history, the previous president of Honduras. Like, I mean, seriously, the man does nothing but protect people that he considers protectable people, just like him. People just like him. He does everything that he can to protect himself, and he protects those that are just like him, or that he sees, he's, because it's like he knows he's a criminal. So to make his criminality valid, he must protect other criminals. To make his criminality seem okay, he has to make other criminals seem okay. So that he can be like, you see, they're good people. They're real good. I like them. See, they're not criminals. And they like me. They like me. Apparently, I'm not a criminal. You see, that's how that works. I'm telling you, it is crazy to me. It is absolutely crazy to me, the continued defense and protection of this man and his administration and of his family. And I mean, anybody and everybody who supports, to this day, still supports and defends this man. And predominantly also, defends and protects the people like Andrew Tate and his brother Tristan. Like, it is crazy to me. It's absolutely crazy to me. There's no platform where these two individuals should have been able to succeed. Period. And when other platforms that are always talked about are a problem and are an issue, completely deplatform them, who allows them in? Rumble. And who is behind, or partly behind, investment firm behind Rumble? JD Vance. I mean, this is the type of stuff we're talking about. All these connections, the things that are allowed, platforming that is allowed. But yet somebody like me who's actually talking about this stuff and trying to bring this type of stuff to light, and talks about compassion and love and caring and stopping and ending wars and treating people correct, like human fucking beings and everything. Like I can hardly even get a following. I can hardly get a fucking following. Man, this world platforms the wrong fucking people. It is constant platforming of the wrong fucking people, just like we're constantly voting the wrong fucking people into power. I just thought this was a great investigation. I thought it was a great video, and the details around it, the connections that were being made. And revealed. I think it was great. And I think it's just in that I'm sure there's, like I said, plenty more content and information that could be released, but just in that is enough damning evidence for me, even more damning than the Epstein files so far on the Trump administration and his family. Like, Um, why? But let me know what you think. Until next time, peace, clear talk. I'm out.